Ugh, ads are such poop. Subscribe to Acast Plus now to skip ads and more for just $1 a month. Click the link in our show notes to learn how. And hey, we're on Patreon too. Your support helps cover the cost of running a podcast. For $2 a month, you can get early access to all our episodes ad-free, plus bonus episodes exclusive to Patreon subscribers only. Visit patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse to sign up now. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
What are we doing today?
We're doing a Patreon episode.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
We're actually doing it.
We're sticking to our schedule.
Yeah.
That's an odd thing for us sometimes.
It's not odd. It's exciting and, like, we're doing it. We're doing the thing.
Like, we have no problem doing a daily podcast. We're like, yeah, let's do our daily. I mean, occasionally we do. But, like, not very often.
Right.
Like, normally we're right on it.
Yeah.
Like, we can do daily all day. But then we're like, Patreon. What are we doing for Patreon?
Yeah.
And we never have it scheduled, so like then we always fell behind on it, and now we're like, no, every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, period.
Which on the one hand, yay, because we're finally doing it on a regular schedule, but
right.
On the other hand, it means consistently coming up with new topics.
Yeah.
Because doing the daily Bible reading, like, we don't have to pick that topic. The
right.
topic is the next chapter. That is literally the purpose of this podcast.
Right.
So the Patreon episodes are always a little bit exciting and also nerve-wracking.
Right, because we have to talk about something else.
Which is my way of saying, hey, if y'all have ideas, feel free to pitch them.
Yeah, if we've talked about something that you're like interested in, we'd love to hear about it. By all means, reach out to us and let us know.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Or, I mean, even a rabbit hole digging into the Bible some or something.
Sure.
Like something that we forgot.
Anything.
We want to know what it is.
And it can be Bible or news or personal life or,
comic books.
Advice.
Whatever.
Sci-fi.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you want.
Sure.
Ask us anything.
Right.
And, we'll add it to our list.
Right.
I can't guarantee how high up the list it is.
but we'll definitely take it under consideration.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that being said, what are we covering today?
Today, we are going to discuss how to get involved in local politics.
Oh, and maybe why, sort of a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So, as many of our regular listeners know, we are very liberal.
Very progressive liberal.
And there are things that we feel guilty about. And I think that's kind of where we're heading with this and things that we want to improve. Like, we're just done with a new year. This is something that we want to improve as to how we handle our involvement with things. Yeah,
that's kind of why I made this list. It was as much something to talk about with Patreon as something to actually, me, wife, discuss with you, my husband, of, hey, maybe can we do this one and this one in like the next week and the next month and, hold ourselves accountable.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, guys, I don't know if you've ever gotten involved in local politics, but they're hard. Like, it's hard to stay interested, involved, and figure out what's going on because it's just hard. It's hard.
There's a lot, and it can be complicated, and it can be difficult finding out how to get involved and finding out what your interest is and what your abilities are and how those match up with what's going on around you.
Right.
So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and hop on into this and do this. And if you are not a Patreon subscriber, you will heard this intro, but you will hear no more after this.
Sorry.
Other than sorry, you can subscribe. But you could subscribe.
You could subscribe,
you
guys.
You could subscribe on patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse, and you can catch the rest of our discussion there, assuming I can talk. I mean, that always helps. And you can get these special episodes for as little as $2 a month on Patreon. So
highly recommend.
I would love it if you'd join us. And that being said, we are going to go ahead and get on into this.
Alrighty. Oh no, husband, why did it stop?
Well, this was just a teaser introducing our special bonus episode just for our Patreon members and our Acast Plus subscribers.
But how can listeners hear the entire episode?
Visit us at patreon.com and become a member or subscribe on Acast Plus.
That's right. For as little as $2 a month on either platform, listeners can hear all our bonus material.
That sounds like a great deal. Links are in the show notes. Go sign up now.